Ravi and Rohit completed engineering together. Ravi's package costed 6 lakhs and Rohit's package costed 8.5 lakhs. Ravi then texted Rohit after 2 years that, "What's going on in life and how much are you earning these days?" Rohit said, "I have a package of 15 lakhs now, but I am quitting my job this month." Ravi, who had his own package of 11 lakhs, told Rohit that, "What are you doing? Focus on your job. In a few months there may be an increment and you will earn 20 or even 25 lakhs. Rohit said, "It's not about money, it's about freedom." Ravi used to wake up early in the morning. Without having breakfast, he used to stay in traffic for hours and reach the office. And as soon as he came from the office, he used to cook, then wash clothes, clean the house, and when he was tired and lying on the bed, then he used to watch reels on social media for another 2-3 hours. And waste. And when he used to look at home, then he used to say to himself that, "Today I will get 5 hours of sleep again." And he will do this for 6 days a week, till the age of 60 to 65 years. Rohit has quit his job and started a business, in which he spends the whole day, that is, he has sacrificed the whole world. And he is putting all his life in joining new clients, in making his service and product better. He is focusing on team building, and in a few years, his business starts becoming profitable, and he only goes to the office for 4 to 5 hours, does only important work, because all the other work is done by his employees, or he has delegated someone who can do that work better than him. Rohit has built such a system by which wherever he stays, his business will continue only on laptop and internet. So now tell me, which life do you want to choose? If you want to live Rohit's life, or you want to live Ravi's life? Have you ever thought that, like movies, your life is also scripted? First study well, start preparing for competitive exams, sacrifice your childhood, then for job security, work for 12 hours, and now you are just waiting for a heart attack, to take a break. But even if the heart attack comes, then you tell him that, "Come tomorrow, I have to make a presentation today, there is an important meeting tomorrow." In the book Unscripted by Mj Demarco, it is told how to change this script, how to turn life in such a direction where you are working for yourself, earning money, enjoying life, and most importantly, you have freedom. This is the framework which can change your life, and we will understand it in detail today. The author has named this framework the Unscripted Entrepreneurial Framework, which we can call TUNIF in short. The author says that we are all doing a modern-day slavery, i.e., we all are modern-day slaves. But the solution to this is unscripted life. In scripted life, someone else controls your life decisions. In unscripted life, you do it yourself. The author has called scripted men model citizens, i.e., mediocre, obedient, dependent, entertained, and lifeless. And the biggest problem is that scripted men are seeders. They promote this life and ask others to follow it. Imagine that you have to reach point A to point B, where there are 3 ways to reach. But point A is your current situation, and point B is where you are very rich and you also have freedom. So how will you reach point B? The first option is to walk, the second is to cycle, and the third is to drive a sports car. Most people say that sports car is the fastest way to reach there. But do we do this in our own life? Those who choose the first 2 options, they will never be able to live an unscripted life. 1. Sidewalkers. These are those people who are walking without any direction to reach point B. They are called sidewalkers because they live for instant happiness. What's going on in the TV show? Which cricket player is not in form? Fighting on the internet, focusing on small things. These are some characteristics of sidewalkers. Their point of view is only focused on others and not on themselves. Their ideas, beliefs, everything is a copy of a famous person. That's why they want to be a copy of someone in their life, not to create a unique life too. Slowliners. Those who cycle to reach point B, they are called slowliners. They are called ants. Because their method is very old-fashioned and it is not at all right to achieve success in today's world, but they are better than sidewalkers. Slowliners have 2 motives, savings and sacrifice. They have a job for which they invest a part of it and spend very little in their life. So basically they don't have any adventure in their life, and that's why they are not happy. Their time to reach point B is very long. Mostly they become rich after 60 years. 3. Sports car drivers. They are called fastliners. They take a lot of risk, and that's why they get a lot of reward. Only a few sports cars run in the fast lane. Very few people choose this path. That's why there are very few cars in this lane. In this lane, you own a business, you go on vacation, you provide the best life for yourself and your family so that they don't have any stress in life and never feel the lack of anything. To drive in the fast lane, you have to follow the Unscripted entrepreneurial framework, which has 6 steps. This framework is divided into 2 parts. The first part is micro-processes. In this, you change your thinking pattern about money. Earlier, your thought was that if I get a degree, I can get a good job, then I will become rich. But now your belief will be that if I become more valuable in the market, then I will get more money. The second part is macro processes. In this, you do one thing again and again. You get feedback from it, and because you are doing it again and again, after every action you get an improvement. With this you get better. In that workman's framework is made by combining these 2 processes. It will help us achieve a dream life. The first step is TFE. This is a time where everything has crossed its limit. Your mental health has deteriorated. You don't have enough time. You are not able to work out. You don't have a girlfriend or a friend. Because you didn't take time for them. Your salary is also not good. Then you say, now I will grow my life according to me. The author says, after this event, your life won't be easy. Your life will be hell. Because your fixed income will stop from day 1. 99.99% people ignore this event because they are scared of the future. If I quit my job, what will happen to me? That's why they don't take this decision. Basically, the day you realize that you have come to this world, that is your TFE moment. The second step is 3 B's: beliefs, biases and bullshits. Beliefs drive our action. What you think is how you work. If your belief is not good about you, then it is like cancer. There are 4 beliefs you need to change. 1. The shortcut scamp. Ordinary doesn't compel extraordinary. People who have this belief will never become rich. They think there is a shortcut to achieve anything. For example, I will become rich in 2 years. This is an event, but I use social media all day. This is a process. So, what do you think? Will you be able to achieve the event with this process? We all don't have to be event-focused. We have to be process-focused. The author says that poor and middle-class people focus 99% on the event and 1% on the process. But if you really want to become rich, you have to think the other way. You have to focus 99% on the process and 1% on the event. 2. The special scam. I am not good at that. This belief is common among people. They believe that their current skills and abilities are not good. They think that what's the point of working hard when I know that I am an average or below average person? This is an example of a fixed mindset. If you are 99% focused on a fixed mindset, you will get 1% growth. For example, if you want to learn coding and your background is non-tech, let's assume that you have studied history. If you want to transition your career to tech, you start doubting yourself. You tell yourself that you have never done coding and you are not good at computer. This is an example of a fixed mindset. You have installed a fixed belief in your mind. A person with a growth mindset will say that there are many people in the world who have never gone to school or college, but they have become experts in coding and they are in a good position. Why can't I do it? What will happen if I start studying and I find it difficult? Will I die after studying? There is nothing impossible in the world. You have to understand this. This is an example of a growth mindset. Comment and tell me if you have a growth mindset or a fixed mindset. The third belief is the consumption scam. How much time did that cost? You have to change this belief today. You have to produce more than consume. When we were kids, we used to get everything for free without doing any work. If we were in the jungle, we wouldn't get anything without any effort. Slow laners reduce their consumption while fast laners increase their production. If you want to live well, you need to produce well. If you are spending your time on social media, then you are consuming social media. But a fast laner will produce content on this social media. When you watch TV and when these ads come, slow laners skip these ads, but a fast laner designs the ads and tries to learn from it. Because the ad industry is a very creative industry where you have to win people's attention in a short time. So a fastlaner tries to learn from everything and relates it to his life. For the sale of Amazon and Flipkart, we all wait for a year to buy things, but fastlaners wait for a year to sell things. I have applied this mindset in my life. I have felt a lot of change. Earlier, I used to consume YouTube videos, so I was definitely learning a lot from it. But since I started making my own content, especially I read books for you all, summarize it, upload it in the form of an animated video, I am learning a lot from it. I am also learning the business side practically, which you can't learn just by watching videos. So all of you have to focus on becoming a producer from a consumer if you want to become rich. Belief number 4 is the money scam. I can get rich by wanting to get rich. This is a very big scam that we do ourselves, because if you want to become rich, it doesn't mean you will become rich. Understand the concept of money. Money is a value that is universal. You can buy things worth money, but sometimes there is a huge difference between the actual value of things and what people are ready to give. For example, this is a painting by Salvatore Mundi. Saudi Arabia bought it for $450 million, which is approximately 3,700 crores. People consider this painting to be special, but if this painting was made in UP by Ravi Kumar, I don't think anyone would have given 3,700 crores for that painting. On the contrary, people criticize that you have made it ghostly, so the game here is of perceived value than how much people are ready to give up for it. So we all should not focus on earning a lot of money, but on creating a lot of value from which money will automatically come. So you have to give a lot more value than the money you need from your product or service. If you want to earn more in your job, then you have to become more valuable. The second B in 3 Bs is biases. Biases means favoring a person, thing, or thought. For example, your mum will always support you even if you beat up your neighbor's son for a small pencil. Similarly, there are some thoughts that you favor or you have a tendency towards them. The author says that the biggest enemy of success is your brain. There are 2 biases that you have to change today. 1. Change adversity. Refusing change is refusing success. Our brain does not like change because it requires effort or hard work. But if you want to become rich, then you have to put in effort and change yourself. You have to adapt yourself to righteousness. 2. Righteousness is the right way to think about things. A lot of people have a set of values because of which they do not change themselves. Our righteousness, a why you should rather be right than rich. A lot of people have a set of values because of which they do not change themselves. They believe that they can be poor, but they will never do this. This is also a bias. For example, I will not produce online content because I feel ashamed to produce online content. The result is that you are not changing yourself. You do not take action, and that is why you do not become rich. Your values, or you being right, stops you from becoming rich every day. 3. Bullshit. Number 1 bullshit is cliches. These are sentences that you say to yourself or share with your friends so that you can feel comfortable in your current situation. For example, you will see that single people always troll couples online. Author says that poor and middle-class people always hate rich people, and to feel comfortable in their current situation, they call themselves rich. They are rich because they are doing something illegal. Rich people are depressed. We are better than them. At least we can sleep peacefully. Rich people have become rich by taking the rights of the poor. We will never do this because we are honest people. If your friends or family say such things to you, it becomes your belief. This is the biggest bullshit. This was step number 2. 3. BS. This step has helped me to improve my mindset, especially to understand that sometimes we think that we are right, but those are our excuses that stop us from working. Step 3. Listen to this step carefully. It is a very simple rule. Extraordinary result demands extraordinary commitment. If you want to achieve something big, you need that level of commitment and dedication. When everyone is resting, an athlete goes to practice. Where does this commitment come from? Because his purpose is clear. I want to play for India. Meaning and purpose means what is the purpose of your life. Someone wants to do something for his family. Someone wants to earn a lot of money. Someone wants to work for animals. This is the meaning of your life. For example, if you are preparing for a top college, then your purpose of studying is clear. Similarly, The author says that you should know the meaning and purpose of life, otherwise you won't work hard. Or you will work hard for a few days, but then you will find something else attractive. You will feel like trying that too. Sometimes you will think that I want to do task A. Then you will say that task B is also good. And after a few months you will say that task C is the best. That's why in chapter 29, Bad Life Advice, in this chapter the author has solved a very important modern problem. In this chapter, the author says that if you follow your passion, then most of the time this is the worst advice for you. Because often you will hear from people that do what you love. Do what you love. There are many problems in do what you love. Number 1. It doesn't focus on the demand of economics and customer. You don't have to make a product that you like to consume. You have to make a product that meets the customer's requirement. The second problem is that only a few people are successful who follow their passion. There is only one winner of a TV reality show that create an X lot of lakhs of people struggle and don't achieve success. Who is impressionable to ordinary business people? None of them is impressionable. If you talk to people who know the real problem, third people don't care how important your product is for you. If your product doesn't deliver value, then no one will buy it. If you like to eat only boiled vegetables, and if you open a restaurant after investing a lot, and your restaurant doesn't work. Fourth is justification effect. If you do what you love again and again, then you will hate it. This is called over-justification effect. You like to drive a car, but if you become a cab driver for a week, then you will hate driving a car. The solution given by the author is, you should love the value you create. If you don't understand the meaning and purpose of life, then the only way is to try different things in life. The author says, find a problem in your life and fix it. If you don't have a problem in your life, then try solving other people's problems. Selling the same solution to deliver value to someone is the best addiction in the world. The author calls it entrepreneurial heroin. When you solve a customer's problem and his life improves, then it works like a drug for an entrepreneur. We learned in step 3 that your meaning and purpose should be clear. The first 2 steps, TFE moment and step 2 3BS, will help you in motivation. But for actual hard work, your meaning and purpose should be clear. In most of the cases, you should provide the best quality value. Now let's come to the most important part of this video. Step 4. FE Fastlane Entrepreneurship, Growing a Fastlane Business with the Sense Framework. In this step, we will learn how to start your own business and make it profitable. Your main motivation should be that even if you are sleeping or traveling in other countries, your business should continue and grow at the same speed when you started it. This type of business is called productocracy. The author has defined it as, productocracy pulls money to the value-created businesses who grow organically through pure recommendations and repeat customers compelled by a distinguished product services not readily offered elsewhere. It means a business from where you earn money by creating more value and grow it organically without any ad and with people's recommendations and repeat customers. The special thing about your business is that your product or services are the best. The author says that advertising is for losers. He believes that a business that provides good value does not need advertisement like Rolls-Royce or Lamborghini. This is an example of productocracy. The author says that a company spends a lot on ads when they know that their product is not that good. That's why they sell their product with a push strategy. You might have noticed that companies like McDonald's and Coca-Cola invest a lot in ads because their product is unhealthy. That's why ads are created, to create a demand for the product which is then hired by athlete and film star and promoted. But the reality is that athletes or film stars don't use this product. The prime example is Paran Masala companies. Just making a product is not enough. The success of your business depends on 5 things which the author has named. Sense, framework. Sense means control, entry, need, time, and scale. C means control. Your business may be in any field, but it should be under your control. By making a product, by marketing it, by distributing it, everything should be under your control. This will ensure that no third party can ruin your business. If you are selling products on Amazon and Flipkart, if the Amazon company shuts down, your business will also shut down. If you have taken the franchise of famous restaurants and that company has started giving more discounts, then it will have a direct effect. Example, if YouTube shuts down, then Bookpillar will also shut down because all YouTube channels are under the control of the YouTube company. So whatever business you start, it should be under your control. This plays a very important role. The second step in the sense framework is E, entry barrier, according to this rule, your business should have a high entry barrier so that you can earn more profit, and there should be less competition. The less the entry barrier, the more the competition in a business, and the more difficult it will be to earn profit. There are only a few companies in the world that make computer chips because it is a tough business. This means that they are earning billions because the business is very tough. Control and entry both work together. If the entry barrier is very low, then the control will not be on you. If the entry barrier is high, then the complete control of the business will be under you, and you will earn more profit. Entrepreneurship is made up of 3 things. 1. Solving problems. 2. Creating convenience. 3. Becoming valuable. First of all, your business solves a problem which improves the customer's life. In return, your company's value increases. The bigger the problem you solve, the more valuable your company will be. You must be thinking that the author is motivating us to start a bigger business. If you want to start another business where the entry barrier is very low and there is a lot of competition, then you have to follow the excellence execution rule. This means that you have to be the best in that field. If you want to open a sweet shop, then you have to be the best in that area. You have to work on the interiors of your shop. You have to be hygienic. You have to train your employees to give the best service. From the customer's entrance to the customer's exit, they should feel that the experience here is very good. The product here is also very good, so that they can recommend your product to others. Because your shop is very hygienic. This is also a big problem in India, because even today a lot of sweet shops are unhygienic. In the sense framework, there is a third rule of need. So you have decided that you want to start a business where you have more control and more entry barriers. Now you have to understand what is the need in the market. Where did you get the ideas from? When we talk about ideas, you don't have to launch a new iPhone or a new car. You have to look at what minor improvements you can make in an existing product. Peter Thiel has called it last mover advantage. If you have seen an existing product, like a bike seat cover, there are a lot of companies who make this. So how can you make an existing bike seat cover better? India is a very hot country, so why not make the bike seat cover a little heat resistant, so that if people park their bike or scooty in the sun, their seat is not too hot? Or how can you sell it better than the existing company? To find the need, you have to enter the market. Many times we make a mistake that we search online for the customer's need. This is very different from the real problem. In the sense framework, the 4th rule is T. In chapter 36, the author has explained this rule very well. The commandment of time, earn more than money, earn time. In this rule, a link has been tried to be made between time and income. 2 components are very important. 1. Physicality. 2. Detachment. If you have written a book and it is being sold on Amazon, then there is no need for physicality in your business, because it is being sold automatically every day. You don't have to physically sell the book. But if you have opened a cake shop where you are managing it yourself, then there is a lot of need for your physicality there. And you also have to make sure that the cake is sold, so you have to pay attention to whether your physical presence is necessary or not. The second component is detachment. In a few years, can there be a time when there is no need for physical presence, and on top of that, it takes minimum time to grow the business? Basically, you get detached from the business and start something new, or take out time for yourself. You have to focus on the legacy value system according to the author. Legacy value system means focusing on the business for a few years, doing hard work, then getting the business to work on autopilot mode and generating passive income for yourself. In the SENS framework, S stands for scale. Scale means how many people can you provide with the same level of value in your product and services. There are 4 components of scale. Your company has to focus on the legacy value system, which we learned from the first 4 Saxons. The second is replication. Replication means how you can make more products. If you make bread, how can you sell it to 10 lakh people? The third is mass and magnitude. You have to sell one product to 10 lakh people, or you have to sell a product worth 10 lakh to 100 lakh people. You have to focus on what you choose. The fourth is profitable impact. You have to be profitable as soon as possible. This was the SENS framework, in which we learned that if you want to grow your business, you should have control and there should be more entry barrier. This will make it difficult to beat you for competition. Your product and services need to be in the market, and after a few years, your time involvement can be reduced. The last is business scalability, whether it is in mass, i.e. providing services to lakhs of customers, or in magnitude, or selling a high-quality product to a few customers. An example of this is real estate. You sold a house worth 2 crore to 20 people in a year. Step 5. Kinetic execution. You have to do 3 things in kinetic execution: act, assess, and adjust. You have to start taking real action in this kinetic execution. Means that you will convert your idea into a real product or service. The beginning of the Harry Potter books series was with one word. The beginning of Apple's company was in a garage. You have to do 2 things in kinetic execution. 1. The market mind. 2. The 3 A's. The market mind basically tells you what you have to do and where you have to go. In simple words, what is the market thinking about your product? That is why the author says that you don't have to focus too much on business planning. You have to focus on execution. Now comes the 3 A's, i.e. act, assess, and adjust. Let's take this as an example. If you want to start a YouTube channel, what is the most important thing? Designing a logo, building a team, buying cameras and equipment? According to the 3 A's, the first action is the act. You have to produce 30 or 40 videos. You have to upload them. The second is the assess. You have to analyze what kind of videos people like. The third step is the adjust. You make videos that people need. Videos that people like to watch. Then you focus on the equipment. You focus on hiring people. Basically, you have to act first. Then you have to assess what you have done right or wrong. Thirdly, you have to adjust yourself. There is no best time to start a business. You have to take action first. So basically, first of all, you have to act. Then you have to assess, from the act, what you have done right or wrong. And thirdly, you have to adjust. If you don't know the best time to start a business, you need to take action first. Without faking, the author has called them fake entrepreneurs who overspend before starting a business on things that don't need to be done, like making a business card, telling people I'm an entrepreneur. Don't do all these things. You have to focus on one reality, only then you can become rich. Now coming to the last step, which is before discipline. The author has said that wanting money is very difficult, but keeping money with you for a long time is even more difficult. When people start getting money, their expenses also increase very quickly. These 4 disciplines will help you to respect your money, and the unscripted process, which is the golden freedom, is also the 4 disciplines to achieve the unconscious mind. Number 1. Understand alternative mind. See what could go wrong in the earth above. Why this process is happy. Acknowledge where's the time involved. Number 2. How much education. Number why make a decision in this moment. Number 3. Measured elevation. Number 4. Consent. Let's talk about comparative immunity first. According to this discipline, you do not have to compare anyone with yourself, because it makes your life depressing, and once you get used to the comparison, it becomes very difficult for you. Working hard every day and being happy in a special life. That's why you are grateful for what you have and what you will have in the future. If someone else is doing well in your life, it does not mean that you are not doing well. So it is very important to get comparative immunity. Number 2. Propose savings. In this discipline, you will have to get used to saving, because there are 2 motives for saving. Number 1. Lifetime passive income. Number 2. Early retirement money. To make income, you have to increase your active income and then do it again with money, so that after a time you can reduce your regular income from your investment. If you have made a portfolio of 5 crores, but you are reducing it by 10% in a year, then it becomes 50 lakhs a year, and this much money is enough for India or Ols. When you achieve financial freedom, you will have the choice whether to reduce or not, and you will be able to follow all your dreams, like spending more time with a traveling family, learning music, and helping people. Measured elevation. In this discipline, the author is told that give yourself a reward. Whatever money you are earning, if you keep giving yourself a reward, then your motivation will remain constant. You have been thinking of getting a tax for a long time, and if you can afford it with money, then there is no harm in buying it, and it is very important that you also enjoy your life. The fourth discipline is which thought protecting your life is the most important discipline for every single person. You have learned that in an event like a successful business, he depends on your process. But sometimes there are some things that will completely change your life. Beating up someone, or having an accident, or doing anything illegal, all these events can spoil your and your family's life. To protect your life, you have to understand what the consequences of what you are doing are. You always have a choice. If your friends are encouraging you to do drugs, then you have this choice that you do not do it. Then this was the 4 disciplines you will have to bring in your life, and at the same time here is the pay end. The details of this book, we hope that you must have liked my explanation and you must have learned something new. Today from this book, the name of which is Unscripted, Brother Mj Demarco, a summary of this video, we have to change the script written for us in the society, for which the author has shared a framework. In this book, which they call the Unscripted Entrepreneur Framework, Step 1, we taught the TFI moment, where you decide that you have to write the script of your life yourself. In Step 2, we have taught 3 SIE, belief, bias and bullshit, in which we all have taught about changing the mindset, and especially, we should be process-focused and not event-focused. It is very important to identify what you want in life, whether it is financial success or mental peace or a mix of both. In step number 4, we have taught FIE, Take Fast Entrepreneurship, and in that we have taught SEND Framework, which will help us to grow our business. And Become Rich in step 5, we have taught Kinetic Execution, in which we will reduce the real and to collect it. We have 3S formula, i.e.,